That's my theme song. I'm just fine. Wow. Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Thank you so much for that introduction to Cheryl Gripper and Tamika and everyone with the Women in Film Network. Thank you so much for having me. I know this luncheon is for Untold Stories, so I'm also not going to hold you long, but I have a couple that I want to share. First of all, I had a few questions, and just so you know, yes, I've already had about 3 of the red velvet things on the table, so go ahead, make it happen, and then meet me in the morning in the gym downstairs. A few quick untold stories that you may not know, some of you may know, but I want to share because this is Women in Film. There was actually no dance scene in the original script of House Party. Did you guys know that?
No.
Well, living my truth out loud, even then, we were sitting around at lunchtime and came to play throughout a dance challenge, which if anybody knows me, don't do that to me and not get challenged back. And so Reggie Hudlin and Warrington Hudlin, who produced and wrote House Party, as amazing as they were then and still are as creators, saw the energy, rolled the camera, and the rest is history. So a lot of people didn't know that, so that's an untold story. Another untold story is that when John Singleton came to my door, literally, with Tyrese Gibson and Ving Rhames in tow, and knocked on my door because I had turned down 3 auditions and 2 screen tests for Baby Boy. They wanted to know why. They didn't realize then I had actually broken both feet and was in a wheelchair in a jogging accident. So I wasn't even in the game at that point. I was busy trying to heal in a wheelchair. And we sat and we talked, and John explained he couldn't find the girl, and he needed this and he needed that, and he said, you know, we think you're the person. So I said, well, I can't even walk. I won't even walk for another 6 weeks. And he said, well, if you'll do this with us, we'll hold up production. And the rest of that story is history. Is a story that's unfolding, and you're part of it. I'm gonna cry. Ooh. That's the story of, it's not important to pay attention to when God says yes. It's important that you're living a life that you can hear it when it comes. This award for me, it's been kind of uncomfortable, to be honest, because I actually had to even look up what Innovator meant. So I had my friends Googling, like even in the room, and they found a person who introduces new methods, ideas, or products. I don't feel like that's what I'm doing. And I mean, I think, okay, who's done that? Martin Luther King, so not on that level. Jesus Christ, give me a break, AJ. Mother Teresa. To me, the difference really is that they were just being called to do something. And so they did it. They didn't look for awards and accolades. And there wasn't even Instagram or Twitter. So they were really just doing their thing. And I feel like that's what I'm doing. I feel like I've been called to live a purpose and live it loudly. Sisters, there's a table, I believe, my spelling sisters. There we go. As I'm sure you've heard the story before, but I'll tell you a brief untold story with Tracy. I had met Tracy, who's also Spellman's sister, and a mega executive in the industry in LA, and I had not met her, had heard of her. And I went to a church event and sat down, and there was a prayer, and I bowed my head to pray. She's giggling, you can hear now she's giggling. And all of a sudden, in the middle of prayer, arms spread, I feel this. And I think, okay, God, I'm talking to you, so that can't be you. Are you E.J. Johnson? I said, yeah, we have to talk. And we've been talking ever since. So, thank you, Tracy, for the friendship. But what I was trying to say is that I just feel like I've been called to do the work. And I wanna challenge you all to not worry so much about the awards and the accolades. Because a lot of times I think we're too busy trying to impress the wrong person. And so when you impress the king, then the reward's greater than anything that can be imagined. So I just say that what you're watching is me listening for the yeses and making sure that I'm paying attention when they come. And so I thank you in that for seeing the journey. It also means to me that this is not a time of celebration, for me anyway. Awards like this to me mean it's a chance for me to see that there's more work to be done, and that my territory is expanding, and that there's a next coming that's big and powerful, and I have to be ready for that. So as the recipient of the Innovator Award, I thank you for seeing the journey. I thank you for empowering me and expanding my territory. And you ain't seen nothing yet.